Number one mistake people make is this part right here. They do not put enough emphasis on asking for the appointment. I've seen phenomenal seminars get terrible results for appointments because they don't ask for it right. So I've seen average seminars turn into great appointment results because they nailed this section. So this is something that if you look at it as an afterthought, you're doing it wrong. You have to be specific about exactly what you're asking them to do. There should be absolutely no doubt in their mind that you are asking them for a one-on-one meeting in their home. They should have all of their accounts there. Okay, not just their annuity statements. Every investment account that they have it at the end of the kitchen table, and you will be there in one of the times they circled, and this is exactly what's going to happen. And when you explain it to them the first time and ask for the appointment, ask for it again. This is what we're going to go through. Everybody do me a big favor and take a look at your appointment card, grab a pen, and let's go through this. Does everybody see where it says, please circle best appointment times for you or you and your spouse if married? Get everybody, you've got to get them looking, right? Grab their attention, ask them to look 2-3 times. You're telling them what to do, right? Take a look, grab your pen, take a look at this right here. It says Tuesday. What day is tomorrow? Tuesday. All right, this is what I do. When I do these dinner seminars, I usually do Monday, Tuesday. I'm assuming this is a Monday, Tuesday seminar. Obviously, you can change it up based on your days. Let's say it's Monday night, right? I have cleared my schedule for the next 3 days. You see on your card it says Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have cleared my schedule because I want to meet with each and every one of you some point in time for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to bring my software to you. We talked about AnnuityCheck here. I want to meet with you on a one-on-one basis at sometime in the next 24 to 72 hours. So take a look at your card. I want you to do me a favor, get together with your spouse. I'll say that 3 or 4 or 5 times, guys. I'm telling you, you've got to ask, then ask, then ask again, right? At the very end. But I will say this, and I know you do this too, and this is one of the things we worked on. I am planting the seed for the appointment several times throughout the seminar. So when he goes section by section, when we get done with the fee part, and I ask for questions on fees, I explain to them how AnnuityCheck is the ultimate fee evaluation tool. I say one of the 3 functions that AnnuityCheck does is it is the ultimate fee evaluation tool. And I say it at this point, before they know anything about what I'm selling, I tell them, I'll just tell you guys just right now, everybody in this room is going to have the opportunity to have any accounts you have ran through this software at no charge just by coming to one of our workshops. Table that for later. We'll talk about that at the end, but I'm just going to give you just this little nugget right now that everybody here, in addition to getting a nice meal, is going to get a chance to have this software used. It's the ultimate fee evaluation tool. That's one of the functions that AnnuityCheck does. So before I even talk to them about income riders, I planted the seed that by being at the seminar, they're going to get that service done, so they don't even know that they're maybe buying an annuity from me at that point. So I don't want to spring on the appointment at the last minute. I'm planting the seed multiple times throughout. So then what I do in the variable annuity section, I mentioned that we have about 2,000 variable annuities, and their specific M&E charges, admin fees, rider charges built into AnnuityCheck. So another one of the functions, the second function, is any annuity, virtually any annuity that's out there is in our system. So if you are one of the, almost all of you raise your hand for having annuities. If you are one of those people that raise your hand, just let you know at the end, again, I'm going to give you the opportunity to have that annuity ran through AnnuityCheck at absolutely no cost, no obligation. I still haven't even told them about a simplified accumulation annuity yet. I've just planted the seed twice so that they're not all of a sudden at the very end, oh, now he wants an appointment. No, I'm building the value of that appointment throughout. And then I'm just hammering it at the end. Hammering it at the end, saying it would behoove you if you have an annuity. Remember, most of you here came here to learn about annuities, right? I know some of you maybe just came for the free dinner, and if that's the case, you don't have to put anything down, all right? I get it. But if you are somebody who came here to learn something, and almost all of you raised your hand for having an annuity, it would absolutely behoove you to have an appointment down with me. It takes 15 to 20 minutes for me to evaluate. It could take longer depending on what you have, but let's start there. It's free. The software is very powerful, and you can go on and on from there. But you're not just saying it and then hoping they put an appointment down. You're leading people. You're almost directing them, telling them, like, grab your pen, circle a time. You look people right in the eye that are looking at you. Grab your pen, find a time the next day. I'm looking for appointments tomorrow. If tomorrow doesn't work, Wednesday. Look at your. I'm just really, really leading them towards that appointment. If you don't, And people need that nudge. They just do. That's the last bit of resistance, no matter how good a seminar you give, is finally grabbing your pen and committing, breaking the pinky swear, and committing to that appointment. And I don't care how good you are, if you don't push a little bit, the people are just going to freeze and not put anything. They'll say, well, I'll just call them later. No, you don't want a call later. You will not get appointments if you don't book them right there. You'll get hardly any appointments if they don't book it right there. If you do that, you still got to get them to do it there. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yes.
They're going to stick. They're going to have more
Yep.
chance of being home.
Absolutely.
You know, when we're in the cold weather,
Yep.
better chance of us getting there and then being home than
Yep.
us.
Absolutely. I book 95 to 98% of mine are in their home. Now, I have a Regis office too, so when I'm in the Twin Cities, I've got 17 offices, so depending on what suburb I'm in, I tell them I've got an office in wherever, but I'm telling you folks, it's easier for you. It's actually easier for me because all of you in this mailing are in about a 5 to 10 mile radius. I'm going to be going from house to house to house to house. You make it sound like everybody's going to an appointment. I'm going to be seeing them, then I'm going to go see you, so it's actually easiest for me to be in your home. But if for whatever reason you don't want anybody in your home, maybe you've got killer guard dogs or killer guard cats, you make a joke, I can be seen at the office. But ideally, I think it's easier for so, I mean, you throw the other option out.
We have a regular office too.
Yep.
10 Regis relationships also.
Yep. Yep.
So do you have like a Toyota you drive that maybe keep Maserati?
I do not drive the Maserati to my appointments, no. No, I do not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I've got to.
My wife's Volvo.
Yeah.
But and here's the martial arts black belt part. So you've got a dozen couples in there.
Yep.
We're all making eye contact.
Yep.
And I get it. Down to the martial arts where all of a sudden, you'll see that couple and they're not making eye contact. You know they want to leave. Who cares? Let them go, right?
Yeah, but again,
You literally, then you walk through, you're gathering these sheets, and let's say 6 people go, I want to see it at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
yeah.
What?
Okay, so that's part of when I ask for the appointment, I say, folks, here's the deal. It's all of you and there's just one of me. And I can't be in, all of you might, I will say this, 3 or 4 of you might want 9 a.m. tomorrow. I can only be one place at one time. So do me a favor, as best you can, circle a range or a couple different options of times. And I promise you, I will not be like the cable company. I won't just say be home from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. People chuckle. I will call you. If you've got a range of times, I will call you and tell you exactly where I'm running at. So then people give me a range of times. They might give me, 8 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. They might give me 3 options. So I'm asking for that.
Say, if you'd like to come by our offices right down the street here, you can do that.
Well, even if so what I'll say is, if you want me in the office, if you don't want me in the home, if you need to meet in my office, that's fine. Just make sure you make a note. Circle your time and make a note. Make sure you write down office. Otherwise, I'm assuming I'm coming to you. And I'm telling you, maybe 1 out of 10 appointments, 12 appointments a week actually chooses the office. And those are usually not as good. Yep. I'm pretty much 3 out of the 4 weeks I'm on. Yeah. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm closing most of my business one call. It's most of it's first visit, sometimes the second visit. Sometimes the bigger deals take the 2 visits.
You're just finding variable annuities?
No, I'm finding everything. Variable annuities, 9 to 10-year-old fixed index annuities, people's cash lying around, brokerage accounts. I do business, yeah. Most of it is, yeah.
You say one call closed, you walk in here with applications in your briefcase?
Well, everything is done e-app now. Every carrier I write is e-app. So I walk in with transfer forms in my briefcase. The back of I drive an older BMW X5. The back is all, every carrier I use, all the brochures, transfer forms, anything I could need in the back there. I have a good command. I have a really good, honestly, I have a really good command of the products that I sell. I mean, I get nerding out on these indexes. I like that Global Atlantic contract because I can talk about the Franklin being more equity driven and hitting the home run. The PIMCO's more for volatile markets, designed to earn a little bit no matter what. And then you've got the fix. I mean, so I really, really nerd in. I love that Sagicor contract too, that Steve talks about with the 70% global. It's simple. It's all equities. It shows great 20-year back tested at 8.14. How else do you do that? So I really drive them about 1 or 2 different products based on what they have.
I was just going to say that I work with Seth, and that's probably one of the big things I noticed is he knows his product. Like he knows that he
I call Seth with product questions too.
So that's one advantage I think we may have over a lot of advisors. He's not afraid to go there.
Well, the other thing too is,
Things that maybe he can't move, but that
right.
he cares enough for them to know what it is.
I've turned what would be disadvantages. I don't have my securities license. I never have. So if somebody asks me, say, no, listen, I focus on one thing and one thing only. I want to take your safe money and either help you fix the mistakes you previously made, which would be bad annuity contracts, either get them out of it or find the best possible strategy for your safe money. The stuff that you are okay with in the market and you've got an advisor relationship, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you what to do in that. I'm here to tell you the best possible safe money strategy out there. This is what my passion is. This is what I train people on. You know, I build myself up a little bit. I act like I do this like every other week, these trainings, but you know, I'm an expert on this one thing. And I always tell people, listen, because people always want to, I mean, they ask you this all the time. Why would my advisor sell me this crappy contract, right? Once you explain to them, like the fees, the low caps, they're like, why would he do this? Or why would she do this? It's like, I could kind of say, well, you know, it's not that they're bad people, they just don't know. If they're registered investment advisors, most of the time their world is, you know, 90% in that world, and they learn just enough about annuities to get themselves in trouble. That's kind of what I say. So not that they purposely did it, but they just don't, it's hard to live in both worlds and do both of them super well. So I say they're probably great at the other side of it. I have no clue, right? But you don't want to beat their advisor up too much. Say, that's why I live in this world. I'm passionate about it, and you know, and it shows because you know what you're talking about.
Well, that also adds to your credibility.
Right. Yeah. I want to be their safe money guy.
What's your servicing offer? In other words, you're going to do this, they're going to get the annuity in the mail,
Yeah.
you're going to go back and see them and deliver it, or do you talk to them over the phone?
No, I do deliver most contracts. I mean, if it's a tiny, honestly, if it's like a $25,000 or $40,000 contract, if it's more than 20 minutes away, I'll probably just mail it. But my servicing is, so part of my pitch, especially why I like that global contract or any contract that has multiple index strategies, is I say, listen, as you can tell, I nerd out on these strategies. And every anniversary date, we're allowed to allocate differently. So based on the current market trends, where these indexes are at the time, obviously if it's a super, super down year and the equities are way down, it might be a good time to get into something like the Franklin because there's more room for a big boom. So I just kind of generalize it, but say, listen, obviously you can tell I'm passionate about this. We'll get together once a year and I'll help you move around between these 11 different index or these 11 different crediting strategies. So that's the value you're bringing. You're not just an annuity salesman. You are really, you know your stuff. And then of course the IUM strategy, the income under management, that the withdrawal strategy. Even though a lot of my clients they're probably never going to actually set up an income strategy. Although
Withdrawal strategy, sure.
plenty of them will. Whether they do or they don't, you're offering that income strategy, that withdrawal strategy, without charging them, right? I mean, we're not charging them a fee, but they can use that. They can use that through us anytime. So that's the other thing we're offering for servicing, the IUM strategy and then the allocation strategies.